Welcome to African American Music, or Survey of African American Music. You need to do concert reports. So let's talk about this. There's three things you need to know about concert reports. First of all, the concert reports are going to be on African American music. First question is, what is African American music? Three performers of African American music. Well, let's find this out. If we look under the Assignments tab, we'll notice there's also you can use your textbook as well if you have a copy of that. But you notice under the reading assignments we have our chapter headings. Work songs, the blues, gospel music, blah blah blah. Look at these titles here. Looking through the book, you can see the styles of music that we will be covering. Look at some of the notes as well through the website. But in particular, you can always use this. If there's a performer who's doing any of these styles of music that you see mentioned here, they're performing African American music. So basically use a textbook, use the course notes to figure out what performers qualify. I think most of you will understand. And if you're still not sure, you can ask me. Ask another classmate, but you can always ask me as well. Most of you understand or get what African American music is. All right, simple enough. So first question, what's African American music? The answer, use your textbook. If they fit within these chapters, they're probably doing African American music, and if you're still not sure, check with me. Second question, where can I find these performers doing this music? There's a module here, Web Links. Click on that module. This will offer you some suggested places or some recommendations. You do not have to adhere to this list. This is not the end all be all. You do not have to go to Cleveland, Ohio to see these shows. Maybe you're out of town, maybe, it doesn't matter. But these are some general places. Most venues, a lot of venues have websites. Check the websites. Some of these are just listings of shows. Some of these are actual websites. Cleveland, East Side, West Side, Downtown. I even think I have an Akron. Maybe I don't. All right, I do not. I thought I did. Maybe I'll add one in. But these are various venues. Most of these venues will have performers of African American music. Not all of these venues specialize solely in African American music. They have other styles that do not qualify. But their websites. Go to the links, check the performers. Most of the performers have a website. Check the performer's website just to make sure, and they'll pretty much tell you if they're performing a style that fits within one of the genres of African American music. Simple enough. So where can you find someone? Simple research. Go online and look at venues for live music. Some of the places are self-sufficient. If it's gospel, you're probably going to want to look at churches because that's typically where gospel performers perform. And you can look at some of the other styles of music, and they're places that people tend to perform their style of music. It may be a specialty place. Okay, some basic research. So where can you find these performers? Lastly but not least, how do I then write up the report or create the report that I can turn in and get credit for this? Okay, you need to see three performers. African American music. That's the qualification. Go to the venue. You need to see the performer and then interview the performer. So let's go under course materials. Under the Course Materials tab, you'll see information as far as creating this report that you need to do. First thing you need to do, pardon me, concert report questions. There are 25 questions. You only need to use 10 of them. These are the questions, so click on one of these and download it or open it up, or however it works out. There are three types of questions. One question is an observation question. In other words, you'll look at the artist and you'll figure out or be able to answer like who the artist is, who leads and who comps, what style of music, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to ask the artist these questions. You can look at or listen and ascertain for yourself. That's the first type of question. The second type of question, you actually need to talk to the performer. You'll ask them a question and they will give you a response. Okay, so that's the second question, direct response. The third type of question is a follow-up. Sometimes you will ask the performer a question, and then I will have a follow-up question as to what you felt about their response. Did you agree with it? Did you disagree? Did you see something else? Whatever. And in that case, again, you get the idea. So there's observation, there's a direct inquiry to the artist, and then there's an evaluation of the artist's response to you. You only need to use 10 questions. Multiple students may see the same performer, and if you ask them a few questions and the other students ask a couple of questions and you total up with 10 questions, you're fine. I don't have an issue with that. So long as you write your own papers, that's fine. The whole class can see the same performer. That's not an issue. All right. Now, Each paper should be done in Microsoft Word. Each artist should have their own paper. The paper should be 5 paragraphs. It should be no longer than 2 pages. It only needs to be 1 page. So 5 paragraphs, 1 page is all you need to do. 10 of these 25 questions need to be utilized. That's it. The performer needs to do a body of African American work. You need to be in attendance and see them perform, and then also be able to talk to the artist. I suggest going to see local artists because you can talk to them as opposed to national artists. You can see a national artist, and if you can get the interview, they'll qualify. But if you talk to the kid next door that has a band that does this type of music, it's an A, as opposed to talking to somebody who's a big star. An A is an A. It doesn't matter. It's maybe brownie points for you, but it still comes down to it's an A. One's an easier paper to attain than another. All right, so that's that. You may go to a venue where there may be multiple performers on the same billing. In that case, you may be able to get all your requirements done in one setting. Keep in mind that the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, when we probably don't have class, or you probably don't have to work, and the Friday after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, are 2 very big days for entertainers. You can probably go out and see these people. In a lot of places, you can go out and see a lot of these performers for free. You may have to do a little bit of looking around for that, but it's very easy to get this assignment done and not have to spend any money or have to go to a bar or some place filled with smoke or other things that you may have issues with in your personal life. You should be able to get this assignment done and go somewhere that fits within your personal lifestyle. You just have to do some research. Ask me, check around. It's not my responsibility to find places for you to go to see shows. That's your job. That's called research. It's a research paper, but it can be done. Ask other students. If you are a performer, you cannot interview yourself or the other people in your ensemble, but you probably play shows with other groups. You can interview them. And on the plus side, if you are a performer and you're doing African American music, tell the class. The rest of your classmates need to go to a show, and you've got a built-in audience ready to come see you. So use it to your advantage. Now, you need to do 3 papers. You've got the format, you've got what's African American music, and you've got where to see people. You need to do 3 of these papers. What you can do, though, is substitute one of the papers with a video, an oral report. Just like I did a video here, use your webcam, use your cell phone, or maybe you have a video camera, and for 3 to 5 minutes, just do a visual presentation, verbally explaining, like I'm doing here, hey, on this date, I went to this venue, I saw this artist, they did this type of music, blah, 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 your observations. I asked the person this, and was their response. They said this, and blah, blah, blah. And, I disagreed with this because I thought this, or I was shocked they said this, and this is just what Mr. Poindexter said. Anyway, 3 to 5 minutes of presentation. That's all you need to do. So you can do a video presentation as a substitute for one of the written reports. Otherwise, just turn in 3 typed papers. The papers need to be turned in by the end of the semester. Check the syllabus or check the calendar to see the dates when those are due. You can turn papers in early. Each report is 5% of your grade. In total, all 3 reports make up 15% of your grade. 15%, that's the difference between a 100 or an 85. Getting an 85 or getting a 70, getting a 70 or getting a 55. It does have weight in mass. Individually, one paper is not a big deal, but if you miss out on all 3, that's 15% of your grade that you won't get. So please do the reports. You've got the entire semester. You may turn these reports in early. If you do papers, email them to me, Microsoft Word. That's simple enough. If you do a video, you can post it. Email me the video or a link to the video. Post it in the video forum via the website. I hope that helps you out. Content reports, please get them done. Good luck. And again, I'll be talking to you through the semester. I hope you have fun with this class.